When I think back at the teachers I've had, the one who really stands out is my dad, who actually passed away in the last couple of months at the age of 92. My dad worked in a major film laboratory in New York City, Duart Film Laboratories, where a lot of feature motion pictures were developed and printed. So he would come home and tell me about talking with Sylvester Stallone or Spike Lee or Woody Allen and regale me with these stories from the industry. And I remember in high school, he said, "Why don't you come to work with me for the day?" And so I cut school and we went to Manhattan, and I shouted him for the day. And film laboratory, the noisiest, smelliest environment I had ever been in. I had a headache by 10 a.m. and I knew we still had 8 hours there. Long story short, that convinced me I did not want to work in the film lab, which may be the first male in the family to avoid that fate. But I decided to apply to grad school for communication, and his mantra was, make sure you go to a school where they have a faculty where there are a number of people who are practitioners, who had worked in the industry, either in television production or film production. So that was my primary reason for selecting Syracuse, which I think prepared me very well for the industry and for teaching. My whole philosophy of teaching is their philosophy. You give students some information, you give them a project, and let them learn by doing. So that's worked well. The second bit of advice that my dad gave me that has served me, and it serves me every day of my 40-year teaching career, he says, wherever you work, whatever environment, you're always going to find that there are assholes there. And in some way, you're going to have to deal with them and work with them and not let them defeat you. And so I carry those that piece of advice, which he gave me 50 years ago. And yeah, he was right, and I deal with them.